What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and let's get ready to wake up and react to another episode of Hunter x Hunter, episode 122, where we left off. Puff and Pitou are with Gon right now. Puff asked Pitou to explain everything that has transpired before he got there, because he wants like this, he had this second meaning or hidden meaning in that direction that he gave her. Like what was it? The deal was, if he doesn't get involved and doesn't fight, or if you like want him to leave or whatever, then you need to tell him everything that's happened before that. So, but he said in that, like, let me know where's the king and all that shit. But we also have to worry about Palm. Where's Palm? And Moral. Nov came in and gotten Moral out of there after Youpi decided not to kill them because they earned his respect, essentially. Because Knuckle released his bankruptcy thing, he's like, alright, I'll let you guys go. Well, really, he was only supposed to let Moral go, and then he was gonna fight Knuckle, but then he let them all go, and he's struggling with, like, that identity, and, like, why don't I want to kill them? Because if my priority is the king and saving him, then I should kill them, but I don't want to, so now what? And I love that whole thing. Anyway, other than that, though, oh, and really, it's Pitou and Puff that are struggling with identity right now. But anyway, or not Puff, Youpi. Puff, I don't know. This guy's a little, I don't know. He needs a bit more development, but I don't know. I think it's going to take something. He hasn't had that thing that's triggered that for him yet. But anyway, other than that, let's jump into the reaction, guys. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I don't know how to... I kind of wish you would just have a conversation, but I don't know. I feel like a conversation would accomplish a lot more, but maybe he thinks a conversation is pointless because it's not going to go anywhere. Maybe he thinks that conversation won't convince him of anything. I don't know. Like, sorry, I should maybe clarify. Maybe Netero doesn't believe that having a conversation with Meruem will be worth his time, because he doesn't think anything that he says will convince Meruem otherwise. I don't know what you're gonna try to, like, what could you even try to convince him of? Like, try to tell him that the way, I mean, he did say that the way he's gonna go about things in the beginning is gonna be pretty brutal, right? But he's like, but I'll only do as much as go as far as I need to maintain order and fairness and peace, right? Yeah, but I don't know, like, but what you think, where you draw the line is going to be different from where other people would draw the line. Like, how are we supposed to know where you draw the line? And also, like, going out and just murdering a bunch of people, whether they deserve it or not, I mean, it's not okay. I mean, dude, I just feel like that's such a it's a complicated question. Is it ethical? No. But sometimes, like, when you see it portrayed in television, I mean, because I'm not a history buff, I'm sure there are examples in history, but sometimes I guess that can achieve some semblance of, like, order, yes. But also, like, the way you're gonna maintain that, I mean, there's gonna be so much control. I think probably too much for anyone to even feel free, you know? And I think that's pretty important too. But then again, I don't know. This guy, I just don't think that, I don't want you guys to think that I think it's okay to just go kill someone because they're a bad person. I'm not saying that you should. I can see why he thinks that that's the way to go. I get why. Like, he's new. Like, he's newly born. He's a newborn. I'm saying newly born. He hasn't been in this world long enough to, I think, understand humanity and I think it was my brother. Just what am I trying to say? Like the complexity of things. I mean, I think he's starting to gather that. I don't know. This is just hard because it's like what you think is right and wrong, it's going to differ from person to person. I think there are big things people can agree on, but it's just not, but it's not going to be everything. Like what makes you fit to decide what's right and wrong? You know what I mean? What makes you qualified for that position? You know, how do you decide that? How do we determine what decides that? How do we determine who gets to decide what's decided? You know what I mean? Like, it's just so complex. It's just so you could build on that. I don't know, like it would just go on forever. But oh my god, am I making sense? It's just so complex. Like I don't know how you explain. You can explain your point of view to him all night long, but I don't know if it's ever going to actually change his mind. Maybe, but maybe not. I would like him to elaborate more on like what like how he intends to achieve this fair world equality. I don't know. It's hard to achieve that. I mean, we struggle with that today. I don't. I mean, Miriam. Noble idea, but I just think the way he's gonna get there is not gonna be path paved with blood is what that's gonna be. Oh, this is so complicated. Wow, you really tackled a difficult topic here, this author. I like it. I like being this conflicted and confused and like I'm trying to understand everyone's points of view because again, like for Natro, you've got to convince him. You've got to convince Meruem that you're right. But why are you right? You know? It's fair for the ants to question like why should I leave things in the hands of humanity? Because you guys have done a pretty piss poor job so far that I've seen. Fair. I mean, from what he's seen, they've been doing a shitty job, but like he doesn't understand how complicated it is to achieve that like equality all around, but trying to do it in a way that's not monumentally fuck the hell up, for lack of a better term. I don't know. I like it's not like sure if I could just go around and murder everyone I think is bad, maybe we could just and like have all of this control. Okay, cool, yeah, everything's great. But like you just murdered a bunch of people. Like we're trying to do it in a more ethical way, more peaceful methods instead of like I said that path paved with blood. But Meruem's just kind of like path of least not path of least resistance. Is that right? The easiest method, but it might not be the most ethical. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm saying things a bunch of different ways, but anyway. Good luck. That's all I have to say. Good luck, because that's a complicated issue. I don't know why he should believe that you're right. You haven't really given him a reason to so far. You haven't given him the confidence to believe in humanity, I guess. So you gotta give him a reason. And I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to convince him of anything other than Gon. Gon, that character, fuck. He gets to everybody. I kind of wish those two would meet, to be honest, but I don't know if they ever will. It kind of seems like no. It feels like it's like not in the cards. Anyway, like what I'm saying is I don't feel like the author has this intention for them to meet. It just doesn't feel that way. I don't know. What else? I think yeah, like I said earlier, I really don't want Youpi and Puff to show up. I mean, maybe if they show up and they hear some of the things that Natro is saying, or like by observing each other and the way they're acting based on like all these experiences that they had separately, you know, being able to observe the differences in each other, maybe that'll kind of promote some growth in them as well. But, you know, aside from hearing what Natro has to say, but at the same time, it might be a hindrance. I don't really know. Kind of seems like it will be because Puff, especially Puff, but Youpi as well, he admitted, But Puff seems to be very weary of these changes that he's observed in the king. So I just feel like he might do he probably will do everything he can to stop them from progressing. I don't know. He thinks they're dangerous. They're not in his best interest. I just want to see them grow. They don't have to necessarily grow into better people. I mean, that would be ideal. But I don't know. It doesn't have to be that way. But I just want to see them grow. Take in different perspectives and then form their own opinions. I don't know. Anyway. Because thus far they haven't really had any exposure to any other perspectives other than just those other ants. And other ants haven't had very many human interactions, sorry. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Anyway, what else do I want to say? Think. What else happened? Gon had that little, didn't they say he like wavered a bit or something like that? I don't know if it was because of what he heard during that conversation, and if it was, what did you hear that made you waver a bit? Or hesitate, whatever the word was the narrator used. I can't remember. Something along the lines of that. Because I'm starting to think, like, it wasn't that he picked up on what she was getting at. Like, oh, he's south. It was something that happened. Some reaction that maybe the king had to Komugi? Like, maybe here. Oh, she left that out, right? So, no, it can't be that. I don't know what it is. I wonder. Should I guess? Maybe. No, because if she left out the part about the king, then it couldn't be the thing about how. What was it the thing that Meruem said to her? Like, I need you? Because she didn't mention the thing about him carrying her out, right? So maybe it was the thing about, like, I need you to do this. I'm depending on you. Maybe it was that. Because Gon seems to, like, respect other people's... I don't know how... I don't know. He values relationships of any kind. And, like, I think when he sees that in other people, like, the value, like, another person valuing another person, like a friendship right there, like, I think seeing that humanity in both of them, in that exchange, if he heard that, maybe it kind of made him hesitate, like, because they're not as much of a monster as you thought that they were? Maybe? I don't know. Am I making sense? Alright, I need to shut the fuck up. Hurry. I need to get this up for you guys. Anyway, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you guys want full reactions, you can catch that on my Patreon. Oh. And a link for that's in the description below, so check that out. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I'll catch you in the next reaction.